been recording
the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh fuck.
We just been enjoying our company.
Yeah, we just been hanging out.
Damn it.
I'm so fucking sorry.
That's all right, brother.
Fuck. That's a funny place to start, though. Well, fuck. Do you want to just talk about music then?
And then we can talk about the movie. That's
you want to just keep talking about fucking. Yeah. God damn. That is a really funny place to start.
Hey guys, we're here talking about Jackie Brown. Still, we have been talking about it, but we also are going to continue to talk about it.
So we thought we were podcasting for a half hour. Turns out it was just friendship, which.
Yep. But that's fine. Hey, it happens all the time.
We got it happens to the best of us.
We shared some hot takes. We shared some cold takes. We shared some stuff. But
we said the worst slurs. It was a busy episode.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it was lots of highs and lows. But
yeah. Well, okay, here. I know a way to restart us. We said a bunch of things that would be inorganic to tread back over right now. We can bring them back up later. But I know the perfect place to actually start, because this is the podcast, not just friendship, which ew. But the best place to start is this had to have been the most blatant I like feat of any of his movies.
I would have to agree. Like, so we talked about a little bit about how incredibly distractingly sexy Pam Grier is the entire film.
Yeah, we were saying the movie should be Humana. Is that Pam Grier?
Awooga.
Awooga featuring Pam Grier.
But she, like, the point of like having, like, what was it? Bridget Fonda was the girl, right? Was the lady?
The white girl?
The Melanie, I think her name was, right? The white.
Yeah, lady. Bridget Fonda.
But like, where she's like, I mean, smoking hot, and I don't
gorgeous.
It did not even come to my mind except for to bring up her feet scene. You know what I mean? Like, but when Pam Grier in all completely dressed, like somewhat conservatively the whole time, either in a flight attendant's uniform that really, like, no cleavage.
I think the most you saw the whole movie was her shoulders, because there's this scene where there's the scene where she's with Sam Jackson in the mall and she's got the Kango hat on or whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think you see a little shoulder, but like legitimately, she's
the standout hottie.
You're fucking who is it? Yeah, you're Robert Forster when she's walking out of the prison.
Brother,
the second she's on screen, you're him while she's walking out the fucking prison the whole time. It's just something, like, it's something about like we joke. I made the joke earlier. I was like, this movie should be called Sexy Black Cougars Will Get Fucking Men to Do Whatever They Fucking Want. Because dude, there's something about her. She's in a fucking thick flight attendant outfit. And you're like
a suit jacket.
You're just sitting there like, that's the prettiest lady ever. Mama.
But two things. I have also an alternate title that I mentioned earlier. The Max is the main character. That's the poster. This will be the thumbnail for the show. Max, just like his scene of him either his scene of him at the end after with like the lipstick on his lips, or him watching her come out of the prison for an entire song length, and it just be called willing to risk it all. Just because he's legitimately, he's a bail bondsman. He knows her record, he knows her history, he knows, but like when he sees her, he's just like cartoon wolf, jaw on the ground, awooga eyes, honka honka. Like, he essentially floated. And then bro, I gotta say, I love the fact, because he says a weird fact. You said that he was like an older guy and stuff like that. He mentions at the end of the movie that he's like 55 years old.
Okay.
But I guess earlier in the thing, when he shows her his ID, it actually shows that at that time he was like 40 something, like 48. That's a weird. So
on his ID?
Yeah. It was theorized in the the thing that I was watching that either it could have been a mistake, or it could have just been he was either lying about his age on his license, like, you know, to protect himself. I don't understand it. So
yeah.
but it's like one of those things where you're like, it's a weird fan theory, but I think they just kind of fucked up a little bit. But he's like a 55-year-old dude, and he's just like picks her up from jail, knows that she's at least linked to this guy that potentially killed that other guy, and knows that, like, already kind of suspects it, and
offers
then just
to
like
take her to a bar.
Immediately he's like, hey, do you want to get a drink? I figure you're out of jail, you probably want a drink. And it's like,
I forgot it.
But then she's like, yeah, and he's just like, yes. Yes. The whole time, like every scene where he was like going like, so like when he went to her house and she's in a robe and stuff like that, I got a boner for him, like for him, like in like it like a a respect boner of like, dude, brother, like, can you imagine you're in her house?
Yeah.
It's her, they're right there. That's just right there.
Beautiful, light skinned.
That's why I would not do well if I was courting Pam Grier, because I would just go like, I'd sit down and just be like, they're right there. They're right there.
It's just you sitting across going like,
but never showed her feet. I know I wanted to point out the fact that I think she was just like, Quentin, I ain't all that feet shit. Knock it off.
You know Quentin Tarantino, though.
You know,
like,
he asked.
Well, I think like you don't get this sort of dominant Black Queen energy just on screen. Like she walks around with that. And I think I'm picturing her in her trailer, Quentin Tarantino outside of it, just being like, just ask her. You know, like, you got your Kango hat on. You know, you're paying her really good. She'll fucking listen and she'll fucking be down with it. And he's like, no.
Like, hey, Pam, what's going on, baby?
Yeah. Hey, Pam. Shit, Pam, how you doing, girl? Hey, how them tootsies doing? You wanna whip them out on camera for the boys?
We got some pig feet in here.
Come on. What are you cooking up, chitlins? Just being offensive.
And she's just like,
Quentin, dear, what is this all about?
I appreciate the opportunity, but can you get the fuck out?
What the fuck are you doing right now, you psycho?
You weirdo.
Yeah, he's definitely fucking pacing outside of her trailer without a doubt. But yeah, I don't even think. I mean, could you even muster up the courage to ask Pam Grier show them tootsies? Brother, I think it'd be tough.
You got to embody Max. You got to embody his spirit and just be like, hey, so Pam, I was thinking, like, for the scene, maybe like you just come home and you take your pantyhose off, maybe you just like touch your feet for a little bit. She's like, Quentin, I'm gonna stop you there, baby. Yeah.
Quentin, hush, child.
I love you, girl. I love you, baby. But
she's like, Quentin, she doesn't even look up. She's just filing her nails. You know I love you, baby.
She's just shaking her
but
head.
I ain't down with your weird goofy ass white boy feet shit.
Weird ass foot shit. What the hell?
Yeah. You know, I like white boys like you. You right good. I don't even know what Pam.
No, by the way, how many times was he just like, because I was watching this and one thing that did stand out was like, I was like, where is Quentin Tarantino saying the N-word? And and I go like, it's weird because this is the one movie that he's not putting himself in specifically to say the N-word. And I don't understand why he wouldn't do that. And he actually ended up being the answering machine voice of the Pam Grier when she came home. He had to.
You have two messages. N-word.
Girl, you got killed. It's not even a beep. It's like, girl.
She's like, Pam, this answering machine isn't dead N-word message storage. Delete it right now,
bro. Okay, so I don't know if this would have come up if we didn't have to restart. So I'm glad that this came up. Speaking of the N-word, I would like to
Pat's new book coming out.
This is my new segment. Speaking of the N-word,
Dude, that should be like your Adam Carolla or George Carlin book where it's like a bunch of your grievances and it's just you going, speaking of the
it's
N-word.
my segment. Speaking of the N-word, when I'm at
You
the
know what?
grocery store, why do you have to? No. I was watching. So at first, when the original time when we were going to record this, I was a little light on the fundage. So I go, where can I watch this for free? And it turns out if you Google that, it's not going to tell you. The internet has a bunch of fucking liars.
Okay, I'm not gonna
So
talk. I think I
you
know
do-
what you're about to say
Okay,
because
so
I
I
noticed
watched-
if it's the same thing, I noticed it too.
So, and I did have a compare and contrast because I started watching this on Pluto TV.
As did I.
And on Pluto TV, when you watch it with the captions on, they add an ER to every single
Every
N-word.
single one.
Every single is a hard ER.
Dude, I'm watching it with the subtitles on, just going like, they're not saying
They're
it
not
like
saying
that.
that.
They're
He
not
said-
saying it like that.
I rewound it to the Chris Tucker part where he's in the trunk, and I was like, he's saying, "Hey, can't you like help us?"
A's.
And but he says A's, but it
Yeah.
says R, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
So-
whoever's working at Pluto, it's
Whoever's typing up the captions at Pluto, extremely racist.
there were not anywhere close to that many ERs.
It might even be people that were banned from podcasts. I don't know. But
it was just Anthony Cumia and Milo Yiannopoulos doing the subtitles.
Yeah, another one.
Yeah.
Put a Z at the end of this one. Make it fun for them.
And then it's just Anthony Cumia going like, yeah, another one. And Milo's just like, no, that's for Pam's name. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not Greer. It's this. And you're like, no.
Hard ER in the Greer.
But but then I go, I watched it for a little bit, and I fell asleep during that first watch just because of shock. I fainted from all the ERs. I was like, oh my God.
It was hard for you to just say it out loud every time. Pat reads out loud.
Oh, yeah, I
with the
do read it.
subtitles.
Yeah, I read the thing and I go, and then he walked in, suspenseful music,
ER.
loud noises, fart noise.
ER.
ER. Whoa.
Tom sitting there. They're not saying that.
I know, but I'm like Ron Burgundy. So there's a so like I go like, and then also on Pluto TV there's a lot of commercials. So there's not only ERs in the captions, but there are straight up like 100 commercials every other second. So
also
I ended up renting it. What?
No, and also if you try to fast forward to say if I was like you and very similarly, I fell asleep halfway through and then I want to start the movie halfway through. Pluto TV, hypothetically, Pluto TV just goes, hold the fucking phone.
They're like, what? What does that mean?
You're like, dude, do it. Show me all the commercials.
You're just gonna start 15 minutes in.
Yeah, I was like, Pluto, I'll watch all the commercials I owe you. I'll watch them all.
Put them at the beginning. I don't care.
And they're just sitting there pacing like, what the he wants to start at 40 minutes.
It's just spinning the whole time. It's just spinning. It's just like,
yeah.
Yeah. So I went to like Apple or something like that and rented it, and all soft A's. Like the captions were correct.
Apple figured it out.
So like, because I really did think, because I brought it up to Dom, and then so when I started it back up, I was like, this is crazy. Watch this. And I was like, hey, where'd they go? And I was like, what the hell? And then I go, wait, I was watching on Pluto. I go, whoa, what the fuck's going on at Pluto?
Pluto now TV. I kind of miss them.
Yeah, I was like, and I went back to Pluto and I was like, yeah, see, there they are. See?
Brother.
And then I was like, oh, and then there's the caption. Look.
There. You know what? You were just correcting it the whole time. No, they meant to say.
Yeah.
No, Dom, I got this.
But yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's so fun, dude. I forgot about that. I'm so glad you brought that up because I noticed that immediately. I was telling Steph about that. I go, he wasn't saying it like that.
Yeah, no. By the way, nobody says the hard R in this one. Like it's Quentin Tarantino is not in this movie. I told you.
Yeah, so he's not. Quentin Tarantino loves to hit you with a guy saying the N-word that you don't like hearing say the N-word. And he didn't do that once in this.
No. So and nobody used that.
That's why that's why the feet were so over the top. He was like,
Yeah,
"No,
he's like, I'm
not,
getting something.
I don't even because like no, normally he tries to be like coy about it. This time he's like, I don't even get to say the fucking N-word. I'm doing a close up on those tootsies.
He did. He went crazy on Bridget Fonda's feet. There was another person's feet. I feel like wasn't there another scene, or was it just a lot of her?
The only feat I remember is like the credits in the beginning were still running. Like the credits are still going, and it's like 2/3 of the screen are tootsies. It was a heavy feat on this one.
That was a weird thing too. There's something about the opening scene, like the opening sequence, that was filmed like much like later after the movie was like finished.
Okay.
And like that's why her hair looks like way different and all this other stuff. And I was like, I don't that like there's certain things that I remember like looking up, and for some reason I was like, I really hope I don't retain that because it doesn't really matter. The Sid Haig thing was really important to me, and also the ER thing was like, whoa, this is nuts. Those were two things that, and also, oh yeah, so my least favorite character, my recasting, I do definitely want to bring that up. So
yeah, you made a really good point on the conversation.
So Robert De Niro,
yeah,
useless in this movie, in my opinion. Completely. there was no actual thing. And also, fun fact, was originally asking to be cast as Max. Can you imagine?
Bondsman.
Yeah, the bail bondsman. How fucking shitty. But I remember thinking, because Robert De Niro is like such a one-dimensional, in the sense that like he is incredible at being Robert De Niro,
mob guy, or
but he's
cranky old man.
Oh yeah, he's either stupid criminal or he's cool criminal. He's either the guy that's like the psycho that's going, "You talking to me?" and people are like, "Whoa, shit, that guy with the mohawk's got a gun." And then like, or he's like, "You talking to me?" and they're like, "Don't talk to him that way. He's connected. He's blah, blah, blah.
Don't talk to him that way. He'll take it as disrespect, but it's really just because he's retarded.
Yeah, he's just stupid, but he's really connected. So look out.
Yeah,
you know?
He says he has deep morals, but he's really just retarded and violent.
Yeah, he ain't blue collar. He's just stupid. He ain't never worked a day in his life.
Yeah.
But he's definitely the character. Like first of all, him as Max would have been nuts. But the guy who was playing Max was originally supposed to be read for and almost got the role of Joe from Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
So he was actually already being considered for that role. That while Quentin Tarantino was writing the movie, he actually ran into him at a restaurant or a coffee shop and was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah," and talked to him, and he's like, "Hey," and offered him the role of Max. And also something really fun, the guy who played Max, Forrester, right? Robert Forster, was I believe the only Oscar nomination from this movie.
Really?
Yeah, he actually got an Oscar nomination for his role, and I agree. I think he did a really good job of being like the normal dude willing to risk his whole entire life for that sweet, beautiful chocolate queen.
Yes, that really.
But
no, he go off what you just said. He played that. This is what I said on the conversation, not the recording.
Yeah, the friendship.
The friendship. He played that like old school guy that's not really shows a lot, that doesn't really show a lot of emotions, but also isn't like old school toxic. Like he's not lashing out at his oppression that a lot of dudes from his generation would, but he still has this very reserved nature to him. And it was kind of beautiful because it was like you could tell there was this, he was like, I don't even know why I'm bail bondsing anymore, like da da da. And then he sees Jackie Brown and he goes, I know why life's worth living.
Yeah, like legitimately, it was like love at first sight, and it is a beautiful story in that sense that like he's not like trying to save her, he just wants to be a part of her life, and he's like he really wants to like make it work. Like even when he's like, there was that one scene where I think it was the practice run where he's like the lady walks off and then the other lady walks off with the other money. and then he's just like, it could work, kind of thing. But like the subtleties in those parts, I just don't think Robert De Niro could pull off. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a really good actor in certain roles that are like really made for him, but that one wasn't it. But I do the recasting that I think would have been perfect was if he could have been in Robert or Michael Keaton's role.
Yeah,
like
you
that
said
really
that earlier.
low-key, and
Michael
like if they
Keaton,
switched.
yeah, Michael Keaton in like the criminal stoner guy. I think it would make sense because
He would have got an Oscar nomination, I think.
Yeah, Robert De Niro works really well when you can make him maybe like a little stuffy or grumpy.
Yeah, my favorite scene though was, well, there was a couple. There was the
Oh yeah, we talked about this. Earlier because I was like trying to figure out Pat's favorite scene. I go, what happened in this movie correlates to what Pat loves in life? And I was like,
oh yeah.
I was like,
your first guess was
my first guess. I was like, Pat, did you really like where he got super high and was acting
and I was
weird?
like, no.
And then I was like, oh, I know exactly the scene. It was when he murdered the woman.
And it's exactly that. I think
No. Wait, I'm sorry. One last thing. This is the best way to put it. Murdered the woman for Seinfeld reasons.
Yeah, because she was just talking too much.
Yeah, she was talking too much.
She was essentially, she criticized him because he couldn't find the car, and he's like, oh yeah, whatever. Yeah. he just kills her in broad daylight after just stealing money also. But like
yeah.
it's so funny that they're just
now also right after too, because that part's funny too, because it is like as one-dimensional as Robert De Niro is. I said this earlier. He like accidentally plays the character perfectly, because the character by Robert De Niro's character by the end of the movie, you realize is a fucking idiot. Like at first I said this earlier. At first you think like, oh, maybe he got, just had bad luck and like that's why he got arrested and all this other stuff. And it's like the more you see him in the movie, you're like, no, he's probably just a fucking moron and like deserved to get caught. And then like throughout the movie, he's being aggressively obvious because this is how he looks for shirts, Pat. He's just in the woman's section. So he's like doing that. When she comes out of the fucking changing room, beelines to her, he's just like holds the bag like this, like a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
And he's just the whole time he's the biggest dumbass in the fucking world.
He's the most obvious criminal the entire time. And that's the weirdest thing that there also, by the way, there are multiple police in that general vicinity and he still gets away. But that's weird. That's weird enough. But like, I just feel like if you were to switch those roles and you have Michael Keaton as the dumb stoner guy, I think there's way more there. But like, it was just a weird. Like I said, this was the strangest cast Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
But I also it seemed like a lot of people that there was I guess he was facing some criticism, or at least some like, can he actually do it because he didn't have his regular writing partner that he had for his previous movies.
Yeah, it's very different because I was saying before, this is the least Tarantino-y Tarantino,
and it almost feels like this is the movie. So it does make sense because he got his shot, his like success. He got noticed for Reservoir Dogs. Mm-hmm. Then he gets to do Pulp Fiction, which is kind of like his first like big dip in, and then he's the guy, and then he's the guy that everybody's either criticizing and or wanting to work with badly. So like all these people are so like, it seems like, so like whether it be the guy who, Forrester, who wanted to be Joe in Reservoir Dogs, or Robert De Niro straight up asking if he could be Max. All this other shit. Like you have like all these actors that are like begging to be in it, but like if he would have just stuck with like Sam Jackson, like people that he made famous, or in that way, not that he directly made Sam Jackson famous, but Pulp Fiction was a huge hit.
And
everybody that was in that was like, especially John Travolta. Like, so he also, that was another thing is, now he also has this reputation of kind of revitalizing classic actors' careers. So
True.
Pam Grier is going into this thinking like this is going to be like the rebirth. Like he does the shit. So she's putting. Apparently, she had a kind of a reputation of being difficult to work with on the set, but also would also break down in tears after every scene. Like she would put that much of herself into every. Like she was like putting everything into this as like her possible like. This will lead to something after this, and she said nothing after this. So like it just feels like considering and also I want to say this, like not only did my personal feelings about this go, but like my personal thought of like if this is his failure, this is a pretty impressive failure. You know what I mean? Like if this is his worst movie, it's still a pretty good. It's a lot better than I remember, and it's I was a lot more entertained by it than I was the first time.
Well, that's kind of it's kind of funny you bring that up because I still here. Wait, let me pull up his. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Death Proof always doesn't fully count to me because like to that like I feel like the whole Grindhouse
that's
thing
like a gimmick.
Yeah, and the whole Grindhouse thing is kind of its own thing. But
was it a full movie? Or wasn't it only like an hour or something?
Well, so it was Death Proof. When you saw it in theaters, it was Death Proof and Planet Terror with like trailers and stuff.
Double
in
feature.
Between. Yeah, it was a double feature. So I think they were both like an hour. And but out of like the main Tarantinos, this is definitely. I'd have to watch Reservoir Dogs again, but I would definitely put Jackie Brown seems like it would be at the bottom. And still watching this, I had a similar thing with like you just said. I go, it's way better than I remember it.
Yeah. Well, it's like the story, just because it just felt like all these characters. I think because it wasn't a bunch of people that he thought would be good for it. I think there was a lot of influence, and this is just my speculation. I didn't get any of this from my research or anything like that, but it feels like he wanted to. Like he it seemed like almost like he was like this was almost like his most hesitant movie. So like Pulp Fiction, he's like I'm just gonna turn the whole genre on its head, man, and blah blah blah, and everything's gonna be different and kind of like influence the whole like help to influence a whole like genre of movies and art for a while. Like for like all of the 90s, it was all like 60s shit. You know what I mean? Like, so then the 70s come in. Like, so then he's like he's got a success. He had like, now he's like, he's got a green light for everything.
Yeah.
Like, he can do I think that this is his movie where he can do like legitimately anything he wants. And he's just kind of like, all right, well, and like Robert De Niro's calling you. And you're like, well, I got to find a part for Robert De Niro. You know, like Michael Keaton, like all these other people, but it's also like he didn't like utilize. It seems so rushed, and it just seems so like polished, and it seems like he's trying to do so much that like he's not like didn't feel like what he should have done and what probably wanted to do was like make a black exploitation movie,
black
exploitation movie. You know what I mean? Like that kind of movie where like
I know what you're saying.
I think he just made it so cool and slick and didn't make it the kind of cool and slick that he wanted.
That he normally does. Yeah, it's very good. Like there's a lot of amazing elements. Like, and I want to get into this later where the characters, even the ones you don't see too often on screen, they're very deep and dynamic characters. And it has a lot of the hallmarks of a good Tarantino. But there is this thing where you're like, this feels way more like a big studio film, way more like a big studio film than any of his other films. Even the ones that are probably like, you know, Inglourious Basterds, Django, Hateful Eight, Once Upon a Time. Those were all huge studios with huge budgets, but they didn't feel like your typical big studio movie.
It wouldn't be something the studio would ask for. Like, who's begging for a big epic Western in the snow?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But and you're like, damn, Quentin, I didn't even know I wanted this. You know what I mean?
That's basically that's basically a very slow moving play and all that other shit. This one, Jackie Brown, feels the most like a big studio movie. It's like a Tarantino movie with the big studio sheen on top of it. And even like, it's kind of funny. I was looking, Reservoir Dogs is 92, Pulp Fiction's 94, Jackie Brown's 97. And then it's like, this one's good, but it's not, it's the least Tarantino of it. And he's like, he's crushing movies every 2 to 3 years. After that, Kill Bill doesn't happen till 03. So like, there's like a 6, and then after that, the movies are fucking coming. Like post, it's
well, then he goes off. He goes full Tarantino. He's like, I want to make a crazy Japanese style thing with this white broad, and her feet are going crazy, and I love her feet, and feet are great.
And then
Vivica A. Fox, and they're all snakes and stuff, and then Michael Madsen's in it because I love that guy.
Also,
that was the thing. They didn't have any Michael Madsen in this one, and I feel like that's a mistake.
That feels very no, you're being funny, but that feels very anti-Tarantino.
It doesn't feel like a Tarantino movie unless you got Michael Madsen. I'm telling you.
I think that's why it's been so long since the next one. Madsen died, and he just doesn't know how to fucking move forward.
He can't do anything now. He's just like, what do I do?
What do I do?
I could do it without the other writer, but I can't do it out with Madsen.
He's like, feet, check. N-word, check. Where's my Madsen?
Yeah, he's like, I got the hard R's. I got the feet.
Can I grab a beer super quick?
Yeah, go for it, bro. Yeah, I think in general, the having like one particular style of movie, like Tarantino does, or one feel or anything like that, like I just feel like I was keeping going, but I remember there's no chat or anything, so I was like, oh yeah, I don't actually have to say anything.
Yeah, you're like, let me read where is it?
No, I think in general, like in most of his movies, right? So you're like he almost makes me feel like, do I like Westerns? And I was like, no, I just like how he does Westerns.
Yeah.
Do I like he just reminds you that or you're like, oh shit, I didn't know I would like that kind of thing. Like that he tells those kind of stories, and like he makes a World War II movie, but like never shows any war footage whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like there's no war really, except for the movies. It's a story that's happening during that time. And it's not like a epic where they're, have to have these big battles or anything like that. He's legitimately making these same genres, but making them his own. And like this one didn't feel like it was his own. And it did feel like so if it is just literally him going, I would like to adapt this movie and add these elements.
Yeah.
Like, he did a really good job, but it doesn't.
That's a good point.
If you were to watch this and not know that he made it, then you would never, ever, ever know that he made this.
Yeah.
Like at all.
It has hints of Tarantino, but it is
the soundtrack is very close, but it's also like,
well, and also the fact that the dialogue takes forever and stuff like that, and I mean that in a good way because but yeah, I'm splitting hairs, but you're essentially right.
Yeah, it seems like a studio movie that they would make to compete with Tarantino movies.
Yeah, like they would be at the meeting being like, yeah, we just want something with that that Tarantino bite to it.
Yeah, literally, that's it. And ironically enough, this does not have the Tarantino bite, but it has
all the like great components of a Tarantino, and that's what I was kind of getting at earlier, where this movie made me I was kind of like playing having the thought play around in my head, and this movie made me realize it because I think because this movie has probably like out of all the Tarantinos, this one, because like this one has not a lot of like over the top action that can, it can satisfy the dum-dums in the crowd where they go like,
I think this has his lowest body count.
Yeah.
I think this is officially like in all of his movies, this has the least amount of killing in it.
Yeah, I would believe that because every Tarantino has that thing where it's that thing where you watch Fight Club and there's that chunk of the audience that goes, yeah, it's that movie about the Fight Club.
Yeah.
And it's like those guys, and you're like, they just, it was me when I was in fucking high school, and I go, yeah, Pulp Fiction. It's the one where they fucking curse and do crazy shit and stuff. And at no point do you worry about the subtext.
Yeah.
It's like missing a lot of that stuff. Wait, fuck, I lost my train of thought because I was yapping too much.
The subtext of it.
Yeah. That's right. It doesn't have all the extra razzle dazzle that all his movies have. So sometimes you can miss sort of the like depth of his characters. This one is kind of like the most just the characters. And if you're watching it, it's like you don't fully know about their history, but you get this sense that they're this like, and I've been noticing it with other movies, especially ones where like I was watching A Few Good Men the other night. Great movie, but because it's Tom Cruise, he's fucking Tom Cruise.
What bar were you at?
I don't know, but everyone left happy.
Even Tom Cruise?
Yes, even Tom Cruise. I sucked him off twice.
What? Parody. Damn you. Oh, you don't have to worry about those threats you made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you had some threats earlier that you were going to edit out.
Probably. The alleged terrorist.
Say it again.
Alleged. The alleged terrorist threats were in the first part.
What first part?
You'll never get me, the government.
Yeah.
That's me in jail. What's up? Anyway, no. This one because it doesn't have all the like razzle dazzle and it doesn't have the extra fanfare. You're just sitting with the characters, and you really feel this. You really feel this extra depth to all of them.
You know what's really funny? I just realized this is one of his movies that's like directly adapted from a book. And it doesn't have chapters. Like almost every one of his movies has like chapter 1, the bride, or chapter 2, the blah blah blah.
That's such a funny observation.
It's just like, bro,
it really doesn't.
This one's got fucking chapters. Literally, these are chapters. You were taking this from, but I think Pam Grier's boobs are always better than any book, and yeah, I would always take this. That was the other one. The casting with Sid Haig, the guy who Captain Spaulding.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool one.
From he was the judge, and it's because he was the villains in all these old movies with Pam Grier, and he was actually supposed to be Marcellus Wallace from Pulp Fiction also. So that's what I'm saying. This was like his favor movie. This was his like, hey, I got the budget on this. Like, yeah. Can you look that up actually? Or do you have I don't know if it says, if you have the page still up.
Oh yeah, here wait.
Does it have the budgets for each one of those? Because I feel like
Google.com. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, you're there, right?
Yeah.
Siri, Google. Siri, Google.
Grok, if you could Google real quick.
Grok, could you call Siri and ask her to Google something for me? It's for Jeeves. Is there
wait, what did you want me to look up? The budget?
I didn't know if you had the list up still, but like of all of his movies and their budgets, because I bet this feels like, hey, because like literally almost every role is like, oh yeah, I was gonna give you that role, but I ended up giving it to Ving Rhames. Oh yeah, I was gonna have you be Joe in Reservoir Dogs, but I'll have you be Max in this one. And like this feels like the favor movie where he's just like, hey, I'm gonna get you fucking paid, guys.
Oh, sorry, I got something in my eye. Damn, Tarantino actually kind of works cheap, relatively speaking.
What, he's calling him a hoe?
Yeah, Tarantino, huge slut.
Maybe
honestly, Django's his only like super expensive one.
Because
sorry, let me that it was the reparations. Anyway,
Heyo.
What the fuck? Oh, actually, that was I meant this one to be funny. This is actually perfect.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs 1.5, Pulp Fiction 8.
Jackie Brown, definitely 12 million. That's already 4 million more than his last one.
Then Kill Bills were each 30. Death Proof was
And
30.
and to be
Inglourious
honest
Bas-
with you, like as far as even like locations and shit, like Jackie Brown isn't that much.
it's
Wouldn't
like a
be that much
mall in
more.
the airport.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that much more expensive than Pulp Fiction. So he's definitely paying the actors. That's the thing, is he's putting, I think, the money into. He's got Michael Keaton, Robert De Niro, fucking Bridget Fonda for some reason. Bridget Fonda's character. Literally, that's why I got so excited when Robert De Niro shot her. I was just like, thank God. Because what was she here for? Like, and legitimately find out we're following just literally one of his fucking hoes, one of his little stash house hoes. He's got the thick black lady in
Well,
Compton. He's got the dumb white lady in fucking what was that?
I
Hermosa
think
Beach or whatever with
I think
Pennywise.
I think with Pennywise, I think it was helpful. Fuck, what's her guitarist name?
Fletcher.
Yeah, I think Fletcher was one of his
Fletcher,
hoes.
go hang out with that barefoot bitch.
Hey, all three people
Feature.
who appreciated that joke, that was for you guys because
Yeah.
we love you.
Hey, well, thanks for watching Drag the Lake. And if you don't, honestly, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy if this is the one way you consume us.
Like, wait a minute, they talk about Fletcher?
No, I was fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh no, it's actually I think the girlfriend does a really good job at like, because like Sam Jackson's character the whole time is like, I got it under control, baby. And then by the end of it, you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like legitimately, you think he's like some intimidating mobster guy, but he's just a dumb criminal. Like he's
just
like
a
legitimately
bullshitter.
Yeah, he's not in control of anything. And Pam
He's
Grier,
outsmarted like every fucking time.
like Pam Grier immediately exposes him, and like kind of that's why I love, like, I think
Pam
that's
Grier's
why.
big black titties.
Oh my god! But it just also like her. I just want her to tell me exactly what to do. Just I'll do anything she wants.
I just want her to be. I don't want her to be mean. I just want her to be stern.
Just so like
I just want her to make matter of fact statements.
Yeah, just tell me exactly what I can do for you, mistress.
Miss Pam Grier.
God, yeah. But like she very well could have gotten a fucking Oscar because she was definitely compelling, and I don't think so. Like obviously,
Well, she like sorry cut you off.
Her titties are incredible. I mean,
she became Jackie Brown because it's like
so powerful.
Well, no, because it's not just that like I've seen a million hot chicks in a million movies, but they don't have that like presence and power.
No presence, exactly. Yeah,
and she had that presence where you're like, oh, she's Jackie Brown. Oh my god! Like I would be what's his face going humming outside the fucking prison.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like she has the attributes to impress all gentlemen, but it wasn't that part. It was her performance. It was her power that she exuded. That I was just like, God damn, she is a fucking sexy woman, and like legitimately,
damn, Pam Grier, you're making it hard not to jack off this month.
And she is incredible, like the whole time. And at no point did I feel like that her, and I wish they were, her looks were not exploited, but it was just the fact of like that. So like I think it was just strange to me, the fact that like I think when I first watched Jackie Brown, and I'm still not exactly 100% sure of it, I think he's just a wannabe gun dealer.
Who is?
You know what I mean? Sam Jackson. Like he is a gun dealer, but he's like he wants to be like a bigger gun dealer. Right? Like because it's really hard to tell. Like it's really hard to tell his impact or range, you know?
I mean, maybe what I got out of it was he's a very low level criminal who wants to be like of high level criminal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I just don't know if it's like specifically guns, but in the gun conversation, it is what?
Well, the gun so the whole scene where he's like explaining to Robert De Niro like the different guns and how many people like them and like
sure, yeah,
like,
that's a good
who
point.
likes them and whatever, like was apparently not in the script. I guess that was like just research that Sam Jackson did for the role.
Oh, he just knew that.
Yeah. So like he was just like spouting that shit off, going like, oh yeah, mother like
Yeah.
he was just kind of repeating shit that like he did independent research with like gun experts and people that like knew about like
So he kind of brought that to the okay, that makes
yeah.
sense.
But like
I love the like little details of like, oh, we're gonna go sell when like when he was lying to because when he actually ended up killing Chris Tucker's character, he was like, oh, we're gonna go sell like a gun. I thought that was very
2
interesting.
guns.
Like
It was the last 2. Remember, he was like, "Oh, I got 5. Remember, I sold the other 3," and he's like, "I
yeah,
want to sell those other 2 to some Koreans."
yeah. Yeah, I just something about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna because that was a little foreshadowing where you're like, you need me
2
for
guns? Yeah, yeah.
you need me for 2 guns. You need a guy per gun.
And that's what that's what I'm saying is like it's really hard to gauge his like it's such a condensed story that I'm like, why would the ATF necessarily be after this guy? I guess that's the thing. It's like there's so many
Well, yeah, I mean, like that's
there's so
how
many holes in that sense, you know?
maybe. Um, yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I mean, like they definitely. Like I guess with the ATF, maybe they look more for like a Rico or something. I don't know, but
Yeah. It's
yeah,
hard. It's just hard to see why. What I mean, it does make sense why they would only have like that guy and that guy. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like they don't have like a task force on
Well,
it.
that actually does remind me of the other interesting plot point where it was like I like towards the end of it, it was like the money amount was kind of funny
Yeah.
because like the whole movie, you know, we were joking. You were like, the movie should be called Jackie Brown's. The beautiful black cougar Jackie Brown can manipulate any man in any way.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the movie, she was just like, "Oh my God, Robert Forster, I love you so much. Please let me let me be yours." And he was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
He's like, "I did enough here. I'm good." And then it's like, and then because there's that they're having that one conversation where they're like, "Yeah, we'll go here and do." Wait a minute, am I confusing Pulp Fiction? Actually, fuck.
What?
I'm confusing. I think I'm confusing Bruce Willis, where with the money he was making, he's like, "Yeah, that'll float us for a couple years." And I was like, "Oh, you're
yeah.
doing all this dangerous shit to only have like a couple years of money." But
Yeah.
so I am confusing those two. But I'm confusing them because it's a very similar situation where it's like, "Yeah, we're gonna do all this crazy shit so I can get like 100 grand," and it is like,
yeah. Well, this was like I think it was $500,000.
oh, true,
Take
true, true.
away, was it 5 or 50,000? Remember, because they were going to say like
Yeah, they
they were
like
saying the second test was 50,000, so it was going to be only $450,000.
yeah. They
I mean,
yeah,
only
yeah.
450,000, but
That's
still
it.
$450,000, and then they were going to have to like disappear.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, also because he also wasn't she planning on getting him arrested? Also,
Sam Jackson.
yeah,
Yeah, I think she did at
she got him killed.
at the bail bonds, and then they shot him.
Yeah, so I guess that's essentially like it ended up working out. But I thought there was a couple parts of like Sam Jackson's character, like they didn't make him as mysterious enough or like fearful enough. Like like he kills Beaumont Livingston immediately, and then later on he goes and tries to kill Jackie Brown, but then she's just like, "I'm gonna shoot your dick off," and he's like, "Oh, don't do that." And she's like, "All right, well, I got a plan." And he's like, "Okay," and now we're partners.
Yeah.
And it's just like this thing where you're like, "Wait, obviously they knew of each other before. She was moving money for him and shit, but is this like a thing where like?" Did she expose him for that? Is this like a like
What?
you don't know his
Yeah.
reach, and then at the end of it, when she ends up, making away with all the money that
Well,
they didn't even know about, but they
Yeah.
were also like, she's just like, I had no idea, I didn't know.
Well,
What do you mean? I don't. What are you talking about?
I could say I'll say this. It's almost indicative of any time I've seen a movie or a documentary about like a big plan like this, and you have that moment of like, or you have that pre-planning stage where it's like we're gonna do because like every everything acts like it's going to be Ocean's 11, where we
Yeah.
have all this like pre-plan and it's going to go perfect and flawless. You know, you'll have that one moment of suspense where Jet Li almost falls or something. And it's like, but like realistically, it's like, no, it's actually going to be so perfect that we do a double cross on the casino and shit like that.
And we actually tricked you, the audience.
Yeah, but in actuality, it's really like, honestly, this just popped into my head. It's really like the Bay of Pigs, where they're like, we're going to have this big over the top thing. And it's like, well, actually, we're going to be super underprepared and it's going to go terrible and people will die. And that's kind of like the vibe of this, where it's like, we have this very planned out, intricate thing. And you're like, and it immediately didn't go the way any of you guys planned it, because people are human beings, and Robert De Niro's retarded and will shoot a girl if he gets frustrated.
Yeah.
And then Jackie Brown will triple cross every man to the point where she's actually in love with what was it, Max Cherry or whatever his name was. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the beautiful part of this movie, where it's like they have this like intricate plan, but by the end of it, it's like it doesn't even look like anything they talked about in the beginning except for the money.
Yeah, like that's like at the end of it, you realize like none of any of the plans at all went, but also, or none of them went a plan. None of the plans went as
Nothing went
accordingly.
according to plan.
Nothing
yeah.
went accordingly, but also, like, the one main through line was, if the black lady's sexy enough, she will get away with it, with the crime. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy that she's having dinner with the bail bondsman. She's having dinner with the ATF agent. She's having dinner with like everybody except for the blonde-haired cop, and that's why he's the angriest.
Well, it's the one consistent in life, Pat. If the black lady's sexy enough, the white boys will look past a lot.
Brother, they will risk it all.
Oh,
every single white boy in this was willing to risk it all, including Robert De Niro. That was like, I barely even know Jackie Brown. I'm just going to shoot this white bitch.
Anyway, can I suck on her titties? Did we mention
was it on?
That was the weirdest sex scene.
One of the most realistic sex scenes I think I've ever seen in a movie ever. Like and I got to tell you, Bridget Fonda, the only time that I considered her to be a little bit possibly as sexy as Jackie Brown during this was when, after that scene and she walked away, you could just see the top part of her butt.
Nice.
It was just like, yeah, that's a nice butt. But then also, I just wanted her shot.
Yeah, she's pretty hot, but she deserved to get shot.
Yeah, she's no Jackie Brown.
did you mention on the actual recording the subtitle situation?
So
that was the thing we mentioned that I do want to go over again, because Tubi, which
no, it was Pluto TV.
Oh, Pluto, yes, Tubi. And I will say, it is cool that you could just give a website your email and just have free TV, because like a lot of those apps have good movies and shit.
Yeah, like legitimately, when you Google where can I watch Jackie Brown for free, that does not give you. There's no answer.
It's just Pluto.
And then I like just happened to. I think I tried it again, or like there was a thing.
What do you Google?
Where can I watch Jackie Brown for free? Or where is it streaming? Or where is it streaming for free?
Oh, you gotta. I type, because there's a website here. Wait,
but it's still like actually in between Pluto TV and Tubi.
Oh yeah, here we go. It's called Just Watch. Oh wait, I take it all back. Just Watch doesn't talk about Pluto. I apologize. No, I know what I did. I go on my Fire Stick and I type in the movie, and then it shows me the apps it's on. Yeah, that's what I did.
So that's what I like. I found that it was on Pluto TV, and I was like, all right, I'll watch this. And usually I watch movies or TV, especially with my wife or something like that. I'll watch them with the subtitles on. And if you watch this movie with the subtitles on, all of the N words end in ER. Hard R's.
It's according to
weird
whoever subtitled this movie, it's just hard ERs the whole time.
It's Dave Chappelle's character from the Chappelle Show sketch, the blind racist. Like it's literally
Clayton Bigsby.
Yeah, it's Clayton Bigsby Like that's the author of this because I think you had the same thing. Like we both had the same reaction, but I think you put it into words the best. They're not saying that.
Yeah,
they're
no,
not. They're not.
I'm
Chris Tucker
watch.
never says the ER part.
Yeah, I'm watching the movie, and after like the fourth or fifth one, I just out loud, I just go, "They're not saying it like that."
I did bring up the fact that this was the reason I know that nobody's saying hard R's is because this is one of the only Quentin Tarantino movies that he's not in. He does a cameo.
That's why the hard ERs aren't there.
That's why I know that they're not there. It's all black people saying it, and I know black people don't say the hard R usually.
Yeah.
So
actually, I sorry, I had a really funny moment where I was because I told you I got the valet job to make a little extra scratch.
yeah.
And I was I got a dude's car. I'm getting out of it. It was too like tatted up, couple face tattoos, black dudes with like a really nice car.
Yeah.
And they were doing the thing that makes me laugh so hard where the one black dude goes to the other one, he goes, "Hey man, you're being a fucking," and then hits him with a hard ER. But like to fuck with each other. It was
yeah.
And then I'm standing there, I'm smiling, and then they're like
You get one of these,
smiling.
you're like sitting there like this, and you look over and you're like,
I mean, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right, friend.
your friends get a point. Sorry. I mean, it's just
But no, it was funny too because they saw me smirking, and the dude who got called the ER, and he was just like, "Can you believe this shit? That's fucking racist." It was a fun little.
and
It
you're
was
just
a
like,
fun little.
I don't know how I'm supposed to come.
I go,
Literally,
"Can
I'm
you
at
both-"
work and also the skin thing, and I just
I'm just there. They're like, "Can you both please leave?"
I can believe it, but also like not for the reason. We're having a good time.
We're having a fun time.
What's your car? What's that? What kind of car?
What kind of car is it?
Escalade. I mean, what is it?
I didn't. No. I didn't touch any of your Black and Mild rappers. No worry. Don't worry.
No, I just saw another guy come in earlier. He looked. I mean, not that you guys look. Oh no, what's happening?
Oh,
oh no.
but yes, whoever works Pluto TV, you should not have given Anthony Cumia that job.
Yeah, I think the weirdest part was like because I started, that was what it was. Is I was looking for where it was streaming for free, and then I was like, it's it's really interesting because I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so tired of all these hard R's on the captions. I was just like, I'm tired of all these goddamn commercials. I mean, these always. So I ended up renting it through Apple TV, and then Apple TV appropriate captioning. It's what they're saying in real life, and it was just very interesting the fact that we both picked up on that same thing of like, hey,
when Pat brought it up earlier, I was laughing my fucking ass off. I was like, dude, I immediately noticed that. I was like, it's stop with the ERs. It's so many.
Yeah, that's not at all what they're saying. So I would say that it was a lot better than I remember.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't hate Reservoir Dogs, but I think I would probably rate this higher than Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, all like literally every Tarantino I've watched, like we've watched during Tarantober and No Tino or whatever it is.
Novtino.
I've realized, I was like, every single Tarantino we've watched, I go, this is better than I remember it. So I gotta watch Reservoir Dogs again to make that official. I mean, you know what? I feel like we gotta do Reservoir Dogs.
Might as well. I mean, the only other ones that I was thinking were there was like he does like 4 Rooms and Death Proof, but I feel like we could do those together because those are all like parts of movies.
4 Rooms.
You know what I mean? Like it's only 4 Rooms. He is a movie where there's like I believe 4 chapters in the movie, and each part is directed by a different director, and he directs one of those parts. So I was thinking a fun episode might be maybe we could do this the next one, to end out the month. But he does 4 Rooms, and maybe doing that and Death Proof, because since those are both parts of a full movie experience.
Yeah, that would be sick.
But either way,
let's do Pulp Fiction next. Let's do Pulp Fiction for next week, and then we'll do that the week after. I like that idea a lot.
Okay, yeah, because that to me, those in particular, Death Proof, I would like to revisit as well, especially now that I'm revisiting all these and being like, oh, I really appreciate this a lot more than I did the first time. But also 4 Rooms, I remember being like, damn, this is like, because he fits all Tarantino into. I think it's only like a half an hour, maybe 45-minute chunk of the movie. I don't even know, like, and he fits all of a Tarantino movie into this scene, and it's so fucking cool.
That's awesome. I also want to throw it out there. There was someone in the Panties Discord. I forget who it was exactly, but someone threw it out there. There was a viewer request. And eventually
We did Jackie Brown. What the fuck?
There was a viewer request, and this would be a good way to hop out of Nove Teeny.
Whatever the fuck this month is.
But someone requested Natural Born Killers.
Oh yeah, we could do Oliver Stember.
Oliver Sember
instead of Oliver Stone. Oliver Stember.
No. Oliver Stember.
Oliver Stember. Yeah.
Do you want to do Oliver Stember?
Yeah. Oliver Stember. Yes, dude. Because we can do JFK. I watch JFK every other month. I watch the movie JFK every other month. Yeah, I have watched it 4 times this
That's
year.
crazy, Daddy-O.
Oh, John Candy's character. Yeah. Not mentioned in his documentary recently, and I know why.
Why?
Because it was funny for not on purpose. He was really bad in that movie. I hated that character more than almost as much as I like Joe Pesci's character in it to an extent, except for his goddamn eyebrows. But we'll get into that in Oliver Stember. Damn it.
Oliver Stember.
Do you write that down, or I'll write that down?
Man, how could I forget it?
Oliver. I mean, it happens every year.
It's the month of all months, Oliver Stember.
Ooh, autocorrect is like, what?
Autocorrect is like,
oh, I'd like to, but I don't even know what that's supposed to be.
Hey, autocorrection is like, hey, go fuck yourself.
Good luck with your podcast.
Good luck with your fucking fruity podcast.
Oh, damn it, we weren't recording.
Oh, god damn it. All right, so this is Oliver Stember starts early this year.
Yeah, we're gonna start after. It's gonna start at each one of our funerals.